It's ISE 2025. I'm here in Hall 7 with Glensound and Mark. How are you doing?
I am better than life itself. Matt, how are you?
Fantastic indeed.
Jolly good.
So, networked audio, ISE.
Yes.
What's new?
Well, we're here at ISE, increasing the offering that we have on our European Parliamentary System, just to show people really what is possible with the software control and the hardware combination that we have, both in main political parliamentary debating chambers and in committee rooms. The heart of the system is the same, the application is subtly different in each environment. And we really wanted to just give a quick overview of what is really possible here to enhance the intelligibility of the audio primarily. So in a chamber, a big political chamber, we have examples that we have now where there may be 140 microphones in a room and 500 speakers. So we take measurements from every microphone to every speaker independently. The delay is measured, and in our system, as live microphones are changed, the delay to every speaker is dynamically changing. And this creates a significant intelligibility improvement. Reduces fatigue. A lot of these debates in political chambers, they can be 4, 5, 6 hours, and it makes it just easier to listen and less fatiguing for the people involved. There are various elements to our system. It's all completely customizable. So we have here voting panels, for example.
Okay.
Where you have typical situation in a lot of parliaments where you have an ID card, they put an RFID card in.
I was going to say there must be some control here if you're doing, as in...
Yes, there's a full suite of software for controlling the audio hardware, and the software also integrates with all of the stakeholders in the system. So that will be the systems that deal with the cameras, the movement of the cameras, the systems that deal with graphics, etc. And
they know who's pushing the button.
Yes, we know who this person is. So this is a parliament layout here.
Yeah.
When a person sits at a bench, and they could sit in any position, their pictures coming up, we know who they are. If their mic is active, we tell graphics to put their details across the screen. This is ABC from whichever party.
Yeah.
It integrates with that. When their mic goes live, a camera's pointed at them automatically. It's a completely integrated system. Here we have the standard, apart from, as well as voting, we have request to speak, point of order, or interrupt. So the politician sitting here can press any of these buttons. The operator or the clerk of the system here, they will be notified that somebody is wishing to speak. If I can find the correct screen, and it will come up on here, and it will give them the detail of who's wishing to speak, so they can make a plan, see the order. We have some systems where the microphone here has a light on it. On the light, if somebody wants to interrupt the speaking politician, the clerk can flash the light so the user can choose to give way or not to somebody wishing to interrupt. And as well as the system here, through COVID, we had to design systems that allowed remote contributions.
I was just
for
about to
remote
ask exactly
politicians.
that question. Yeah, okay.
So one of the great things with Zoom is they allow full API integration with Zoom.
Right.
So our European Parliament system here allows complete integration with Zoom. So what that means is we control the microphone at the remote end. We turn the microphone on and off. There's no more, you're on mute. Across the screen for a remote user on their computer, they will have request to speak, point of order, or interrupt on their screen, that when they remote control that, will interact with the system as if they were in the chamber. So they can integrate completely as they would. All the mix minus generation of the audio that's sent to all locations is all handled within the DSP and the processing of our system. Our DSP obviously handling all the display, delay in the chambers. The DSP for the frequency shifting to prevent the audio howl. We have multiple languages coming in here. They can pick languages to listen to on here.
Okay.
This microphone is damped. to avoid any clonks. We're showing it in the simple box here. I think every application we've had, this panel's actually been sunk into a desk. So whatever the furniture policy is, it will typically get sunk in the desk. This panel here is a hardware control panel for a committee room. It's auto switching at the moment. We have some audio running and it's auto switching, so it's auto selecting the active microphone. It does all the timestamps, so the audio logging, it timestamps this mic is active, I know who's sitting there, so timestamp this person was talking to help recovery of audio files later. The software is completely customizable and dedicated per application, as is this hardware panel, of course. It can run in manual mode. It includes the camera control on here as well. You can run in a completely automated mode with a very simple box. When you turn a system on, it will start a logging process. You can select whether it's private meetings, whether we have video contributions, Hansard and hearing loop for local control, or a completely private meeting for a completely automated system. But the thing with the European that sets it apart is the intelligibility of the audio in the chamber that is transformed against any alternative, and it speeds up the processes. There's no manual processes involved, very few, because so much is automated within the system. The logging and the recording, it speeds up the process of a debate, because you don't have to wait for paperwork to be handed and moved around. The points of order are all there, and it's a very simple process. It's been very, very fine-tuned, and we've been making systems like this for about 30 years now. So it's a very tried and tested system, but we don't claim to know everything, and we adapt to any individual requirement, because many parliaments have different applications.
And you've always got an element of customization in every system you install. And so this is it's not a new product, really.
It's not new. It's the first time we've shown this much. It's been a bit under the radar because we've not spoke about it much overall. We did the Scottish Parliament over the last few years.
You provided a solution for someone who needed a bespoke.
Yes, and that's allowed us to talk a bit more about this, and we've decided to make it more widely available to other parliaments, and we've got significant interest in multiple parts of the world because our European Parliament system is offering facilities and a quality level that's not available in the market at the moment. So we're giving people an option.
The technology, the enabling technology here is Dante?
It is Dante. Normally an application would be a redundant Dante network to most of the boxes, whether they're local I/O interfaces, DSP, but it can be a complete master and reserve system as well, with a switchover management device. Which in main political chambers, a master and reserve is fairly common, but each master and reserve has redundant Dante as well. It. So it's a very resilient system, because you can imagine with a parliament system, legalities, logging, it has to be.
Well, that's why I was questioning the voting system. You need to know who's pushing the button, because in a parliament, it's a responsibility.
Absolutely.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you for that. I'm sure we'll be talking about something else on the stand. And the website, if people want to know more.
Yeah, they can look at the website. We're at glensound.com.
Brilliant. And for everything else that we're doing at ISE 2025, it's kitplus.com.